Advertisement. So, sorry for our magazine. We have our title page, the spread, and then our advertisements going on the last page of our magazine. So, in here, I'm going to create a giant box that will place my entire advertisement across. So I have a box waiting for my advertisement. We're making our advertisements in Photoshop. We're going to go File, New. I'm going to call it Advertisement. And it's going to be in inches, 9 by 11.5. Now, the reason for this is we created a 1/2 inch bleed across our entire advertisement, our entire magazine. So we need to have that 1/2 inch added to the width and the height. And then, okay, I have my size. So we're keeping in mind that 1/2 inch of this is going to be cut off. Don't design too close to the edge. I'm going to bring in all the files I'm going to use. So File, Place, and for the purposes today, this looks good. I am going to create an advertisement for our fashion show, just because it's all the stuff I have in here. So File, Place. I'm going to get all my stuff in here, so I have lots of stuff to work with. File, Place. Awesome. I have stuff I can work with now. Okay. Use my layers, and I'm going to rasterize my graphics so they're actually editable. So, okay, Jay, hold on. You're going to Control-click the text, and that will let you rasterize the layer. Rasterize layer, rasterize layer. This will let you edit them. So if you Control-click the word, the picture, you don't get that. You have to Control-click the word to get the rasterized layer. Now I'm going to start with the bottom. So let's make this fit the whole page. If there's something in an ad you don't want to use, clone stamp it out. It's really easy to do that. You can use Patch Tool, Content Aware, Move, Clone Stamp. How they work, Patch Tool is you trace something out you want to get rid of, and you move it out of the picture. Really easy, right? So I'm going to do that again for those who missed it. I went and I grabbed my Patch Tool. I traced out the logo I want to get rid of because I'm going to use a different logo. And I moved it to see something else. So I could move it somewhere else. But you want it to kind of match the gradient, obviously. And Marching Ant's gone with Command D. Okay. Next, I need my logo. Awesome. I don't want the black. So what I get with the black is I can delete it with my magic wand tool. Voila. Now it's kind of not popping the same way, which is fine, but you need to be aware of these things. So okay. I'm going to use my blending options menu. So Command D, blending options. You have all these fun stuff. So how to get there? I Control-click this, and I went blending options. This works on your text. It works on files. But this will let me create like a drop shadow. I can adjust the size of the shadow so it's more directed, the spread of it, the distance from our graphic, move really close, the transparency of it. I can even so much as change the color. Just make sure you're doing stuff that affects buttons with your design. You don't want to create something that will contrast what you're working on. So purple is running the family of this logo. Purple would work. So we have our Flora fashion show. So to resize it is Command T. You can go bigger, you can go smaller. I'm holding Shift. I don't want to do this. This does not look pretty. So I always hold Shift and keep it true to scale as it was designed and intended. You never want to mess with the designer's original creations. So I know it had a logo there before, but it never really popped for the size of an advertisement. It worked for a letterhead, obviously. Now I have fashion show, and I have the peacocks, really cool feather tail. That's what I'm going to use for this one. So I could tediously trace out the entire graphic, or I can get rid of what I don't like. So I'm just going to get rid of all the stuff that I don't need. So I don't need the crazy peacock. I don't need the font. Gone. Now to get rid of this, I'm using the magic wand to select and delete. I think I got it all almost. One more. And now I can rotate, I can flip. Just a reminder, you have a whole menu. Once you go Command T, Control click, and you have all these really cool options to skew it. Cool, eh? You can also flip it, and that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to flip it. So it comes down from the picture. I'm going to rotate it. So I'm just trying to show you different things that you can do to touch up your design. Lots of options for you. Jaden, one sec. Remember, it's behind it because it's lower than it. You'll have to wait, Jay. And then you can drag to reorganize as needed, okay? Please explore all the features for you. To add text in Photoshop, you have some cool options. I have to figure out how I want to do this. To have text, you have some cool options. You can create a bevel, an arch, a bubble. There's all different ways you can stylize out your font. Let's get some movement now. It's going to point to this. Okay, so to do something with font like here, write Fashion Show, I would grab my T tool and I would write Fashion Show May 27th, 2015, blah, blah, blah. Once you have that, in the To tool, there's some really cool options that you might not be aware of. So I'm just going to make the box be the same size as my font. This menu here, this little T tool, I know it's underrated. It's really interesting. There's tons of options for you to stylize your text, to give it that extra oomph, and you can mess with it as you see fit for your design. Please don't try and do something that's completely crazy that doesn't work, but if it works for design, add it. So I'm going to create an arc upper, one sec, Jay, with just a little bit of an arc to give it an extra little hurrah. And that blending option we use for a drop shadow exists here too. Blending options, bevel emboss will give it an extra touch. Depth, you can kind of mess with it as needed. And then to resize, of course, is Command T. Fashion Show. Just mess with it. There you go. Fashion Show. May 27th. You hear my child? So I have my ad. I'm going to save it as a JPEG because this would be a really large file if it was a Photoshop file. Sorry. Jaden, pause. Photoshop file. Now in InDesign, select my box that it's going in. Black cursor select. Command D for David. Locate my advertisement. Voila. View. Preview. And that's what it will look like printed. If it looks low resolution, just be wary that remember your display is on typical and not high quality. If you want to preview in high quality, you can, but it could crash your system. So typical is sufficient. And that's how you add your advertisement that you designed from other people's graphics.